next guest is a very funny man. You know him from Arrested Development, Mr. Show, and now he plays a butterfly hunter who goes deep into the forests of the Pacific Northwest in the Dark Divide. It's available now on VOD. Please welcome David Cross. Hey, David.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good. Hi.
Hi. You know what I was thinking about you, and I haven't seen you since you became a father. Congratulations on that. It's been a
That's right. And that's intentional for legal purposes. Yeah. Thank you.
How are you doing with that? Are you good at it?
Yeah, I think so. I think I'm good. I mean, so far so good. You know, she's on the other side at 3.5, so she's 3 months away from being 4. You know, I haven't spoken to her in English. I just do gibberish and just to see what that creates. It's an experiment. You know, we'll find out in a couple years how it works. And
I like that.
all right. No, I am bringing her up as a very, very strict Orthodox Jew. I'm not. Nobody else in the family is. Just her.
You know, it's weird. It would work. It would work, wouldn't it? Does she know what Dad and Mom, your Amber Tamblyn, do for a living? Is she aware of what you do?
Yes. I mean, yes and no. She knows the things that we do. She doesn't have a full grasp on it. I actually, when she was, I guess 2, maybe 1.5 to 2 years old, I went out, I did this big tour, and we had a tour bus, and she was, you know, I was with her the whole time. So she actually came out on stage one time. I was at the Montreal Just for Laughs festival, and I didn't know she was going to come. Like, my wife had arranged it, and I'm closing my set, and I'm doing like an encore, and I just hear people behind me, like 2,000 people going, "Aww," and it didn't make any sense. And I look over, and I'll never forget that moment as long as I live. And then she came out, and I held her up, and I tried to get her. I had one of those, what's the Looney Tunes thing, or the bullfrog that won't, you know, that sings, the guy discovers it.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, it's got like a...
And it was like that, where I was like, "Oh, do the thing." And she just stood there like that. But it was adorable.
It is funny, because when the kids come out, you want them not to cry and to like it, but you don't want them to like it too much.
No, I wanted her to cry. That's what I was trying to get her to do. There's big money. There's big money in kids crying. You go watch TV. There's tons of money in it.
Is there? So I've heard, yes. Your movie is called The Dark Divide, and I watched it today, and it's very enjoyable to watch. Really an unusual movie, and your acting is great in it, and you're alone for a lot of the movie, and a lot of the movie you're not saying anything at all. Did that take some getting used to?
I mean, it was kind of nice to do. I'll tell you though, you know the scene, it's towards the beginning where I'm in the gas station, I'm trying to get directions and buy the map. That was one of the last things we shot, and I was so starved to just talk to somebody and play and improvise and actually have a scene with dialogue. It'd been, you know, I'd been in the woods for at that point, 14 days. And so it really came out in that aspect. But I mean, it was like I was on speed and just hyped and excited like a little kid just to talk to people.
It's the way everyone feels now, I think, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the movie it's certainly, the timing couldn't have been better, you know, for a movie like this to come out and give people like a 90-minute respite from all the horrors in the world, you know, to actually go out in the woods with me in my underwear.
It's a ridiculous movie to explain, not just in your underwear, but also nude. And thank you for that, David.
Full on nude. If you want, you guys can get a little digital descrambler, and you guys can see the real deal if you want.
One of the crazy things, and I watch it like 4 times in a row trying to figure out if it was real or not, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it does appear to be real. An owl lands on your head.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that was real. The owl, we had owl wranglers that came out from Georgia, I think. It was I don't know why you can't get an owl wrangler in the Pacific Northwest, but these guys, so that owl, first of all, it's way heavier than you would imagine. That is a heavy, dense creature.
Interesting.
And
I would not guess that it was heavy.
it was heavy, and I didn't know until we actually shot the thing. And there's padding under my hat, but it's still the talons really did scratch me and cut me open, even though there's that much thick of a padding underneath the hat. But the owl also, it's an owl, and it doesn't play by our rules. Is rude, very unprofessional. But they were trying to get it to fly from the branch to land on my head, and the way they did that was with frozen dead mice. So the wranglers are about 20 yards away, maybe 10 yards away, something like that, kind of in the woods, and they're off camera, obviously. It's a big kind of wide shot, and they're throwing frozen dead mice at me to get the owl to get, but also they're trying to hit my chest, but it would they would hit my face.
Oh.
Dead frozen mice, just a lot of that, and then eventually the owl
we have
got
a
off
clip here. Let's take a look at the owl making its descent and landing. Now, I know this is based on a real guy and a real story. Did that really happen to him?
The owl?
Yeah.
No.
No,
The owl
okay.
did not land on his head. No, that's a little Hollywood magic, Jimmy. I don't mean to spoil it for everybody, but
Little
no.
frozen rodent magic. Well, it's well worth watching. It's real good. It's called The Dark Divide. It's on VOD and other digital platforms right now. Thank you, David. Very good to see you. David Cross, everybody. We'll be right back with music from Wallows. Hi, I'm Jimmy Kimmel. If you want to see all our latest videos, click the subscribe button. And if you don't, click anyway and close your eyes when they come on.